Alrighty, I was putting this show together and I thought, you know what, those Southern gals, they do some mean casseroles too. And you know me, I'm the queen of casseroles. So let's do a really fun Southern casserole recipe that I think your family will love. So we're starting out with some butter, like I say. No skimping on the butter, but you certainly could cut back on it and do olive oil. We've got a few tablespoons of butter. And to that I'm going to add about a cup of diced onion, finely diced onion. And we're going to use what the Southerners use in a lot of their dishes. It's called the Holy Trinity. And basically it's onion, green pepper. These are big green peppers. And celery. And when they're, making gumbos and soups and stews and that type of thing, you're going to find that in a lot of the Southern recipes. This is just really great flavor. So I'm just going to dice up the pepper. Get it in with our onion, let it saute a little bit. This is a chicken casserole, by the way, and it's got a great sauce into it and a really nice topping on the top. Real quick and easy, great way to use up leftover chicken. So if you're making chicken during the week, maybe make a few extra pieces and turn it into this casserole because it's really nice. I think we'll use some of that pepper in a salad because it was one of the biggest peppers I've ever seen. I'm not sure if we need it all. Yes, this would be fabulous with cornbread. And it also, if you're going to, do the whole Southern dinner thing, you got to stick around because we have two really nice Southern dessert recipes that I think your family's are going to love. I grew up with a recipe that my mom used to make, and it's a banana pudding, or banana pudding, and it's baked with vanilla wafers and Nilla wafers, I should say, yes, and marshmallows, and it's just layers of goodness. It's very quick, simple, and easy to make, but it's just that Southern kind of comfort food. Sometimes there's just nothing better. I'm going to dice up some celery. So now we've got the Holy Trinity going, the onion, the celery, and the green pepper. And if you have any good Southern recipes, please share them. Email us. Facebook us. We'd love to know about your recipes. Okay. So I'm just letting that cook a little bit, soften the veggies. I'm going to do some salt and pepper, and this is our handy-dandy mixture of 1 cup of kosher salt and 1 tablespoon of coarsely ground black pepper that we keep near the stove so that we can always season with just like the perfect amount. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cream sauce using the butter from this recipe and a little bit of flour. So I'm going to add in a few tablespoons of flour. I'm going to use my whisk and get it cooking with the vegetables. And this is going to kind of bind the casserole together along with a few other things. I'm just cooking it for a minute or so because I want to kind of cook that flour taste out of it. Casserole looking good in the oven there? Okay, so we've got some milk here, and I'm going to do about 1.5 cups of milk. Love these glass jugs of milk. They kind of remind me of, something you'd see down south, but it's actually from Wisconsin. So good old Lamer's Dairy, like the glass jugs. You can recycle them, which is really nice. Okay. And at this point, I want to use my whisk. I don't want to walk away from it. And bring this up to a simmer. And we're going to get a little bit of a cream sauce going here. It's going to bind this casserole together. Now I talked, so while this is doing its thing, I talked a minute about a great crunchy topping. Well, a lot of the casseroles that you see down south have butter crackers crushed on top of them. I told you, those Southerners, they know what they're doing. So we've got 2 sleeves, and you know my casseroles too, by the way. I love some sort of fun crunchy on top. No cheese in this casserole, by the way, not in this one. So we've got 2 sleeves of buttery crackers that we're just going to crush to put on top of this casserole. That's just going to make it nummy, nummy, nummy. Okay. Top of the casserole is always my favorite part. So you can just get them into a baggie and use your hands or a meat mallet, or have the kids come in the kitchen and help you with this one. You just want to kind of crush them up. Perfect. All right. How's that sauce doing? That looks great. Okay, this is what we're looking for. See how it came to a simmer? And now it's just perfect. I'm going to turn off the heat, and I'm going to whisk in some mayonnaise. This is a half of a cup of mayo. It's going to make this really nice and rich. I also have 1 can of cream of chicken soup. So I've got a great creamy mixture here with our homemade sauce, and then a little bit of mayonnaise, and the cream of chicken soup is going to give it some great flavor. All right. Whisk this together. So it's nice and smooth. I'm going to do a couple of dashes of hot sauce, and that's not going to be spicy, don't worry, unless you want it to be. Just going to give it some flavor. So just your favorite hot sauce, if you have like Tabasco or something like that laying around. Now, a very southern thing, you'll find it in several different recipes, is pimento. So we've got 1 jar, a 4-ounce jar of pimento. They love their pimento cheese sandwiches. And this is going to give some colors, a little bit of nice flavor to this casserole. If you don't like them, leave it out. But again, it's a southern kind of inspired recipe, so ladies there love their pimento, the pimento cheese sandwiches. In fact, that's the big thing that they serve at a lot of the country clubs and restaurants and things like that. The pimento cheese just on white bread sandwiches, or they put them on a big dollop of it on burgers. Really, really good. Now we've got here comes our chicken. This is 3 to 4 breasts of skinless, boneless chicken breasts that we've just cooked and shredded, or as I said, great way to use up leftover chicken if you've got some, or make some extra so that you can kind of have planned leftovers. So I'm just going to mix that around. Creamy mixture with the chicken. If it's looking a little thick on you, which this is looking a little bit thick on me, add a little more milk, because you know me, I like a real creamy casserole. I don't like it to get dried out. So we're just going to add a little more milk in here. All right. Ready to start putting this thing together. So I've got a nice big casserole dish that I'm going to spray with cooking spray, so we don't want it sticking. In goes our chicken mixture with the green pepper and the pimento, onions and celery. And we've got lots of crunchies to put on top. All right. Then you basically sprinkle the crackers right on the top, and then you bake it in the oven. It's a pretty quick bake because everything in here is really all cooked. So you just want it to come together and the crackers get a little bit golden on top and the chicken mixture gets nice and bubbly. About 30 to 45 minutes. Come back with me, show you what it looks like here. This is great served with a nice salad, maybe some crusty bread. It would also be wonderful for a ladies' luncheon. You could do it with fruit salad. Oh, looks perfect, Anne. Really, really nice. So the chicken mixture gets all nice and warm and bubbly, and then that crumb, the buttery crumbs on top get nice and golden brown, and this is a winner. Absolutely delicious. Recipes on our website. You can also pick it up at any area Festival of Foods. It's my Southern chicken casserole recipe. I think the family's going to love this. Can't wait to let it cool down and dig in.